Virtus and Veritate, welcome to FortiKast, the official broadcasting arm of Fire of Northfield's official school publication, Fortibus, sharing good vibes to the Mariner community every time we go live. Please welcome your hosts, Rafi de la Cruz, Jenna Australia, and Matthew Price. Alright, so
So
hi guys, hello there, Fortiviewers, and welcome back to another episode of FortiKast. The last episode actually for this season, so I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for your support. And now in this episode, we'll be talking about the expectations for the upcoming school year. But before all that, I would like to ask you, Matthew and Jello, how was your week?
you first, Jel. I feel like you have the more exciting week compared to me.
Oh, it's very exciting because there's no more school. So, yeah, it's the start of our break, so it's pretty chill now. Transitioning into the summer vibe, pretty free. Just finishing some. I finished some requirements 2 days ago, and yeah. How about you, Matthew?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Like ever since break started, like super like relaxed. You also getting into that summer vibe, maybe a bit too relaxed. Uh, I've also been cramming just a little, but it's fine. Try to get into some new stuff, learning new things, setting plans for the summer. Uh, yeah, that's it. Really chill on.
It's good to hear. For me, naman, well, this is the last week of school, so we had our last day for, well, all our classes. This Monday, actually, we had our last day for collab class in Rose Hills. That's probably one of my highlights. And yeah, other than that, pretty chill. Still have a few requirements to do, but yeah, one last course and we're done with this. So I guess with that, let's now move on to our In Focus segment.
All right. So, how was it, guys? Face to face, huh? Northfield Sun Valley. Really cool, really cool. If you guys haven't been in Sun Valley yet, there's a lot of trees there, and you know what they say, money is from trees. So when we look at the trees, we get like motivated to focus on our studies more. How about you, Matthew Price? How was your experience for the past weeks in this face-to-face setup in Northfield?
Um, well, this whole school year's been great. It's you know, like previously for grade 9, I took like a year off to do try out homeschooling, which didn't work out. I'm sure homeschooling is great, but for me specifically, I just didn't find it as efficient to me as like traditional schooling. So coming back to Northfield was like really fresh, like really new, especially since I was first seeing the Sun Valley campus with um, the rest of everyone at Northfield. Well, not well, previously at Northfield QC, anyways. Um,
Yeah, guys, can you imagine it's been how many months since we first came together in the Sun Valley campus? I believe the first time was in November, right? It's been that long. So many things happened in the school year. We had so many events. As we look back in those, also we'd like to look forward into this coming school year. We'll take what we've learned from this year and bring it to the next. So with that, I think it's time we introduce our guests who will be sharing their thoughts and expectations on the upcoming school year. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage Miggy Lopez, Lucas Lamzon, Javi Encarnacion, Kobe Camaso, Mr. Kiko Perez, and Inigo Tobias.
Good morning.
Hi
Hey
guys!
guys.
Hi
Hello,
guys.
guys.
Good
Good
morning.
afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
The only thing I've
So
got
how
my
are you guys?
yeah.
How was your week? Or better yet, how was your year since we're coming to a close this school year? Maybe you can start with you, Kobe.
I knew it. I knew it. Honestly, for me, I said it in convocation. So I'll just say how my week went, because yeah, it's been a very hectic week for me. Like uh in terms of academics, and also for not sure if for campaigning and stuff, because yeah, elections happened today, and the preparations are more stressful than you think. So yeah, it's really nice. I can't believe it's Friday already. The week's over. So just have to finish last few requirements and officially off the summer break.
So wala na. Hindi na
Yeah,
na.
Well,
it's all
we're done
for
now.
me.
Wait, we're
All
done.
for me.
How about the others?
How about Miggy
Yeah.
Lopez? How about you?
Wait, what's the question for this past week or the past year?
Uh, the past school year.
Past school year. Well, I'd say the first half of the school year where it was still fully online, it gonna be entirely honest, just as boring as the previous 2 years. But when online class started to kick in around November, it started being a lot more fun, and it feels like the past few months of online class has been more fun and has felt longer and more filled than the past 2 years of Fear Online.
Online or on-site, you mean?
The last few months of on-site
On
have been.
site. No, no,
Okay,
no.
Did I
okay.
interrupt?
Yeah, you said online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucas
Right.
Lamzon.
True.
Lucas comes on next.
The week or the year or what? Bahala na.
Uh, yeah.
Whichever you're feeling,
But
whichever you're feeling, I guess, but
um,
preferably the year. Have you been?
I think the year. I think this year's been very good to me. This to all of us. Because this is my first year face to face, and um, also my last year of a junior high school student. Same with Jello and Matthew Price and my other classmates. So it's been fun, but uh, it was definitely better than online. I got to experience face to face in Northfield. Got to experience like Sports Fest again. Uh, got to experience first family day face to face because the last two I had were online. So very fun experience overall throughout the years. But I'm also quite sad because I know that most of my friends in grade 10 are leaving. So, but despite that, I hope to continue to make new memories with the classmates and friends I still have in Northfield. But overall, this year was a very good year, and I wish more years like this. There.
Wow. So touching,
Okay,
huh? That's my
Lucas.
classmate, guys, huh? Remember that. Lucas comes on is my classmate. So it's
Oh,
true
yeah.
that it's our last year as junior high, and it's feeling sad, but we have to look forward, no? How
Yeah.
about you, Javi Encarnacion? How do you
Wow.
look forward?
Well, uh, I'll first talk about my looking back on my year. Uh, we started going face to face this year lang, diba? So
Yeah.
we had Tuesday and Thursday as face to face, and so far it's been really fun. Going back and spending time with your friends in person. So yeah, also PE has obviously been a lot more fun, and everybody's getting back in shape. In regards to this week, though, it's been pretty busy. Many students call this Hell Week because it's the last week full of requirements. So I can't rest yet, but will soon.
All right. Very good looking back. Wait, how about looking forward? Where's your looking forward, Javi?
Well, we did have elections today, so I'm looking forward to the new SEB members for next year.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I'm also looking for the new SEB, which is Inigo Tobias. I heard you were running for SEV. Is that true? Hi, Inigo.
Inigo. Nakamute ka.
Inigo.
Oh, there.
Uh, for the past year, I guess it's been really well. It was unexpected, certainly unexpected. Just like what the other said, face to face is so much better. It's it's a bigger and better experience, and yeah, I I guess more time off the screen, so you get to talk with your friends, your classmates, and your teachers, and uh, yeah, PE and the other events such as Family Day and Sports Fest, they really highlight the year, and they they're gonna give the students a better expectation of the year to come. I guess for the week naman, yeah, certainly hell week. Uh, I all 5 days of this week, I haven't slept really because so much workload. And yeah, I'm I'm so close to finishing, and yeah, looking forward. Uh, well, yeah, looking forward. I hope for, I guess, a better and a more fun experience, especially since there will be more face-to-face days. And yeah, that's for me.
Sorry, workload lang ba talaga, Inigo? I'm just kidding.
Ginagawa ba yung workload?
All right, Matthew Price. How about you?
Okay.
How are
Yeah.
you?
Yes, I've been
Oh,
good, Chilla. Thank you for asking.
okay. You're welcome.
Now, on to our last and most certainly not the least guest, our good friend here, Mr. Kiko Perez.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, many things have happened since the past year. I mean, uh, it's very different from your experience because I just graduated from college. I looked for work, and then I decided I wanted to teach. So I went to Mr. Fernando and I said that I'm interested. And in a few weeks, they told me I can teach English, help out in marketing. And that's when I found out it was about a month that you guys had your face to face classes. I think it was still once a week for elementary and once a week for high school before they decided to make it twice a week for both already, which was by November. And by November was the time I started teaching grade 2. And like what I told the families, the grade 2s will be very special to me as part of my teaching career. So, of course, part of it is as well FortiKast and all other things in my journey in Northfield. So I think there's much more to unpack with what you have for this episode. So take it away.
Well, thank you to our good guests and friends here. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for your wonderful insights on the year that's behind us and for the year to come. Now, can't wait to hear your insights too on our questions. Our first question being, uh, looking back at the school during the height of the pandemic, what were the pros, cons, opinions, and memories that you remember? The most fun ones, preferably.
Maybe we can start with you, Lucas.
Oh, me? Okay, sure. So, memories, pros, cons of it. I think there were a lot of memories. I'll just start with memories because that's the thing that came to the top of my head. Memories. A lot of memorable things happened this year. Again, as I said earlier, first year of face to face since the pandemic. Also, I was able to make a lot of memories with my friends, my classmates. Also, some other memorable things were sports fest, family day, and I saw how very competitive everyone was in all the sports, and I know that everyone gave their all, and uh, what else? Father and son, also first year, also a father and son. So this year's technically been a year of firsts for me. Uh, what else? That's all for memories. Um, Pros and cons. What are some pros? I felt like I paid more attention to the on-site classes more than online, kasi especially like for example PE. Like I got to really witness like what the teachers actually like. That feeling like it's the when they teach, it's really different from on site and online. So I really got to know like the teachers even more, and we're all now. I can see with all the students, we're all very close now that it's on site. Cons, I can't really think of any cons that happened because this year was just a really really good year. And again, I hope to make even more memories and even more friends, and again, memories through the next school years that I have. So yeah, it's all from me.
Thank you, Lucas. Gonna have to agree with you on all the parts, especially during that family day. That was, I saw that that was really hype for everyone. I myself was probably a little overexcited, but anyway, thank you for sharing. Now let's have Miggy Lopez answer the question next. I see you raising your hand
Uh,
there.
so, Lucas, I could not agree.
Classroom pala to.
Lucas, I could not agree with you less when you say there were no cons to the online setup, especially during the height of the pandemic. For one, I found myself listening to zero of my lectures or classes and playing League of Legends all the time. You know, I during classes I was playing League. During lunch I was playing League. I was not talking to people. I was not. Very little interaction with other people. I was just playing and playing, and
Can
that was like the
confirm.
biggest con for me. But um, sometimes though, when I was not playing League, sometimes very infrequently, I would join the some of my friends in Discord call because during classes we'd have like every day we just have like a call open, and a lot of people were just sitting in that call 24/7 during classes, even if they weren't saying anything. It's like it's like trying to emulate they were trying to emulate like how it feels to be in a classroom. Everyone's just sitting down quietly and then you can talk to each other here and there. And that we I used to do that a lot. uh, but yeah, I think in general, a full face to the current the end of the pandemic has been good. As a student, I mean, of course, the end of the pandemic will always be good, but like the end of online classes is good. Yeah, that's all.
Our class too, we also have. I noticed in the pandemic when they added me to their Discord, I noticed that there will always be some classmates who will always be in a Discord call, and then, for example, if there's like a FA that's happening, we'll just we'll just share like, oh guys, what did sir say? What did sir say? So like it really felt like even though if it was online, you still had some of that like face to face. You still had that some face to face vibes, and then like shout out to Matthew Amado, Pons, Pre, and Ino Fernandez. I always see the three of them in a call in Discord, talking about random things. So yeah.
Speaking of those people, I remember uh, recently when I was in Jealous House for band practice and they had a math SA, and everyone was just lying down on the floor with on their tablets, or no one was on his laptop like sitting down like a normal person, but everyone else was like on the floor on top of each other, just doing their math SA together. Just doing their math SA individually, as they should.
Individually, yes, yes.
Individually. You guys heard what Lucas said? I'm not part of that. Sir, you, that's not me. Okay, that's only them. I'm a good boy. All right. Who else is a good boy here? How about you, Kobe? You look like a good boy. You're raising your hand, eh? Baka excited ka, ate.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Jello. I do my best to be good boy. Anyway, so when I read this question, yeah, the first thing was just like Lucas, memories. Like when I started on like the online setup in 2020, I was a bit confused with what do you call this, like Google Classroom. Like I remember making a separate Google Docs, like that wasn't attached to the homework. So I was so worried because the turn in button wasn't there on Google Docs. So I was like, how am I gonna send this to sir? And I started messaging my teacher. I forgot who it was. I started messaging my teacher. I was like, sir, I can't submit my work. The turn in button is there. And now looking back at that moment, I feel I feel like we have learned so much from that moment. Anyway, so moving on to actual like learning setup. I'll start first with like the cons, like what Miggy said. There are more distractions online. It's way harder to pay attention to what your teacher is saying. And actually, I'll copy what he said because I did that too before, but we didn't do it on Discord. We did it on Google Meet. We had a separate Google Meet tab open, and we would sit there commenting about people and what they're doing in class. Like for example, someone would interrupt the teacher while he was discussing, and we were like, "Bro, this guy, why is he, why is he interrupting the teacher?" Like, and then uh yeah, that was like even more distractions. And of course you could literally just open a YouTube tab without the teacher even knowing. I mean, like Vicky said, he was playing League all day. You could just be watching YouTube in class without anyone even knowing. Like that was most of the cons for the online learning. So it was really good to be able to experience on site again this year, and to be able to actually learn, quote unquote, learn, because you're able to pay more attention to the teacher's discussion and everything. So but of course the online setup isn't all just cons. There are some good things about it din naman. So like for example, uh you're a bit sick, you could still, if you are capable of attending, you could still attend online class without worrying about infecting other people, like with your sickness. And something that I did, you didn't have to worry about waking up early, because you didn't have to prepare your bag and actually think about the time that it takes to go to school. You just had to wake up. I mean, for us high schoolers, we're not required to turn on our cams in Google Meet. So you could literally just wake up 2 minutes before advisory, then turn on your computer and join in. Like they wouldn't even know you just woke up.
Kobe, that reminds me. Before I'd go to bed, I'd open the advisory meet. Para I wake up, I just wake up, and then I wake up whenever, right? And then like when attendance is taken, I'm already in the class, so I never need to worry about that. But
You know,
then
sometimes I also hear it from the teachers too. Like I know that some of them just woke up. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, Sir Rodney De Leon. I would hear sometimes you would hear him like, he just woke up, and he's like, because normally he was our English teacher in grade 8, if I remember correctly. Tapos in advisory, you could always hear him, either he's always trying to. I know that he sleeps a bit late at night because he's like a night person, if I'm not mistaken, and he has a lot of things to do. So whenever you would hear him in the morning, talagang it's like, hello guys, welcome to class, ganun. So you also know that the teachers are also tired, and sometimes they'll say, I don't want to do class today, but I have to, and all that. But yeah,
Laglagan na pala 'to, maglaglag na din pala ako.
if we're gonna be dropping names and talking about Sir Rodney, we cannot forget, the counter to Sir Rodney, Sir Stan, who'd stay up late playing Genshin Impact and Mobile Legends.
Hey, shout
Actually,
out Sir Stan, wherever you
Shout
are.
out Sir Stan and DJ Rodney. I love those guys.
I'll add lang to what Miggy said with opening the link in advance. I have a classmate. I won't name drop, but I have a classmate. He got caught opening all the links. Like he would open all the links beforehand and he'd join all of them, so that he wouldn't worry about attendance. And then specifically in one of Sir Yu's classes, kasi what Sir Yu does now, at least this year, I mean, for junior high, you guys would see that the period Sir Yu's periods for music and art can change based on what he needs to do. So he did that, and the guy was in the wrong meet. except he wasn't responding. Like, sir, you opened it randomly at like 8 a.m. and he was just there sitting. And then it happened again in the afternoon, and he was still just there sitting. And then finally, when he spoke during class, Sir Yu confronted him. He was like, do you just leave the link open? So yeah. Anyway, so I'll go back now to what I was saying. So, um, yeah, more on the good side. I mean, technically, that thing we just mentioned, the things that we were just dropping there, they're technically bad things. Tardiness and all that. But it was more of a pro on our side. So, yeah, that's it from me.
If we're gonna be talking about bad things, I haven't heard from him in a while. Good boy Rafi over here. I'd like to hear his how it was for him during you know.
Miggy's doing what Sir Bokaya and Sir Lucola Lucas Lamzon. He's bringing the question back.
Si Miggy na pala yung host eh.
Dude, but like actually though, with all those people who just open the meets and are super unresponsive, in the height of the pandemic, I feel like I got way less introverted. Like I would be the guy reciting the most in pretty much every class because everyone else is pretty dead. Well, generally speaking, at least. Like I'm pretty sure one of the funniest things is in math class. You guys know Sir Renos, who's like super fast in teaching math. Shout out to Renos. So the thing is, he makes sure, or he tries to make sure that everyone still keeps up by asking constantly if everyone can still follow it. Because everyone's so dead, no one's responding. And I feel like I'm the only guy actually still there. And I was unmute to say, yes, sir, we can follow. And then, so our math lesson progresses so fast. And I'm pretty sure the other guys are mostly left behind, but like they're not, they're not answering, so I don't know. Yeah, that's so definitely having on-site is way better than that. Yeah. So with that, what about you, Javi? How was your experience
Oh,
at the height
well,
of the pandemic?
I remember all the things you guys said reminded me of all the things that happened during the pandemic. But if I go back to like the moment the new normal started, honestly, the first thing that came to my mind was like, oh no, like this is such a big change. What am I gonna do? So yeah, I was so confused with what Google Meet is, what Zoom is, and like how to mute, how to on video. So there was a lot of things I had to remember and like adjust to. And on top of that was the bad Wi-Fi. If like PLDT forgot to change, if you forgot to pay the bills, then like you forgot to, basta, it's very bad. Like bandwidth, lag, and bad Wi-Fi. On top of that, you guys were also talking about distractions. For me, the distractions are like all the notifications. If I forget to mute, then and people spam, it's like it's so loud and I can barely hear the teacher in class. So those are the cons for me in the new normal. But eventually, those cons disappeared because I got to adjust, and online classes started to get easier to handle. Uh, I remember this time I was like grade six pa. I was spending time with my eldest brother Anton. We were having fun making Zoom meetings, even when our computers were like right beside each other. So like we can even hear ourselves without our headphones. Those moments were like so special to me during the height of the pandemic.
Before we go, can I quickly ask, Javi, when you say bad Wi-Fi, do you mean bad Wi-Fi, or do you mean sorry, sir, I can't join the meet. I'm lagging. Is that which bad Wi-Fi are we talking about here? You
You're
forgot to.
muted.
Sorry, really bad Wi-Fi, not like bad Wi-Fi during an SA or PD. Not that kind of
Yan
Wi-Fi.
ang tunay
It's
na
like the
good boy.
I, it's not that kind. Oh, bro, not like that.
Meron akong
and
gagawing excerpt
when
for this episode.
and when Javi
I
said,
guess I guess there you go.
oh, sorry. Remember when Javi said now, we all had to get used to going to online, like, oh, what's Google Meet and all that. Eventually, when we got the hang of it, our parents asked, do you know this? Like, did you have this? Like, your parents would ask you, oh, how do you do this? Like it's Google Meet, and like your dad or mom's like, how do I open my mic, or how do you open your camera? So like, even though it was online, we're still able to, like, have a bit of fun, like, and you are able also to teach your somewhat your parents on what to do, and all that. So that was also really fun.
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
remember that.
that happens to me so many times. Like my parents would ask me, "How do I share screen with sound? How do I connect this device to my laptop?" Things like that. Yeah. So, and also I was gonna say that a while ago. It's funny how we all say, "Nah, yeah, we got the hang of this online setup already." Yet we still get instances like what happened just now where we forget to unmute. So I guess I guess we'll never be completely used to it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, among like 90% of students, like kind of like just opening links and deviates para they can be perfect attendance and not like being dead in class. So Kiko, as a teacher, how do you feel about this? Let's turn the question to you.
Sir Kiko Perez.
Well, you have to remember, like what I mentioned, I just graduated. So I had my fair share of the same experience in UST. And our platform was barely stable compared to yours. It depended on the teacher if they wanted to use Zoom or Google Classroom. Or not, well, no, not, we didn't even use Google Classroom. USD had its own system. So it was either Zoom or Blackboard or Google Meet. So we had to adjust to the teacher. And I remember, because this was my last 1.5 years in the university, our classes were mostly 3 hour lectures. So I had to learn how to manage 3 hours looking at the laptop. Why? Because some of the professors required on cam, although it was not required by most professors. We just had this one professor who really wanted us to stare at him, to recite, and to do nothing. Like he would always call out people who turn off their cameras, as in he would not continue with the lecture until that person comes back. We're not even allowed to go have CR breaks during the entirety of the lecture. He wants us to finish it. He wants us to put away distractions before or after. Uh, Sometimes he even forgets emergencies. But of course, it came to a point that we were so, I think the word for it is umay, that pardon me, because this was I was still a student. This was the time I discovered Tetrio. So by the half hour, or no, by the half and a 1.5 hour of the lecture out of the 3 hours, um, what I did was, since I had another monitor, that's where we would play. We would be on Discord, and then the lecture would go on while I was listening. Because I don't mean to neglect my subject. I was actually a lot of people relied on me for notes. That's why I mastered transcribing. So I would usually transcribe notes, and I remember having several Google Docs of notes, reaching 30 plus pages of different things that we never even bothered reviewing. Because if it's purely online learning, uh, you're really susceptible to copy pasting your answers. And that's what I remember from the very first quiz I had. And that quiz was for religion class pa. So I remember my classmates then, the moment we were about to have the quiz. Guys, group call tayo. Biglang lahat sila pasok dun sa call. And then, okay, anong sagot sa number 1? Anong sagot sa number 2? Anong sagot sa number 3? I didn't know what to think, say, feel, or... Anyway, that was a no-brainer for everyone, because we didn't expect anything of the pandemic. how it was gonna turn out. We thought it was just 1 month, and then turned out to be almost 2.5 years. So I guess now as a teacher, because that's what Matthew is asking, I can't really relate so much to the experiences you share because my students are from grade 2. It's just this one thing that I remember is that, and this was fairly recent, that one of my students apparently was playing Minecraft with another classmate while I was discussing. My attention was only called after, and then I entered the Google Meet, and then they were still playing. And then, what are you guys doing? And then they were like, "Sir, we're just playing." Okay. So instead of going like being upfront with them, um, I wanted to win their attention back. And the way I did it was, can I play with you? So we played Minecraft for a few minutes, and then uh, I just talked to them the next day during onsite about it. So they realized yeah. I mean, instead of calling them out in the middle of I mean, it's grade 2. So you have to look for ways to adjust to them also without compromising, of course, the need to correct them in that way. But basing from all your experiences in high school, I mean, we had no rules practically when we went to online up until now, because I mean, people are more for face-to-face learning, so it's really a matter of kalimutan nyo na yung online ganyan. But of course, the situation of Northfield is quite unique, and I think that's what's related to the next question, unless the others here want to add before the hosts go on.
I just want to say,
Recitation daw. Ay, okay, Javi first.
sorry. uh, sorry, Miggy. I about your UST moments. I remember like a while after online learning started getting, the teachers started getting used to it. They started figuring out that, you know, many people are starting to. It's very easy to cheat online. So, they were starting to get a lot more strict. But then, modern problems come with modern solutions. So what they do, they go on
What a
the
band-aid
or
solution.
like, they make a lot of excuses like, "Oh, sorry, my Wi-Fi is so bad. Oh, my mic can't work." So yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember Sir Stan in his essays, he would put like or it's either Sir Stan or Sir Coloma. He would tell the class like, if you switch to another tab, I know that you're switching or something like that. So that would like I think it was Sir Stan, if I'm not
Kinokonsensya
mistaken.
kayo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so he
dude.
was like,
Yeah,
I don't know if that
understand.
was actually real or
He
fake. So
had the
like,
separate he had a separate website.
Yeah,
He
dude.
made us to
See?
access exam.
Chat GPT happened.
yeah. So
oh,
like I was like I remember like when that happened, like Sir Stan would say, "Oh, hey guys, if you're gonna do your essay, just know that when you're doing the essay, I'm technically recording like your screen or something. So like if you switch to
yeah,
Yeah.
another tab, I can see it. So like that would like pressure me
yeah. It
like,
takes
oh
like
no,
periodic
I
screenshots.
need to study and all that. So like I was like, okay,
Baka ano na yun,
Tapos,
breach of
ano pa?
data privacy.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
was pretty
I think
scary.
it's. I think he
Yeah.
was just like just like scaring some or
But
something like that.
but
I don't know.
we had that kind of thing in UST. We actually downloaded the program, and we can only access quizzes there. And it will block you from using any other program in the computer. So
Sometimes
you
That's
the
can't
good.
professors.
escape that program until you finish your quiz.
And
Yeah,
the
I
thing
don't
about
know
ano
if it
pa,
was.
the thing about
I,
Sir Stan's program, not only does it take periodic screenshots, it also gives you a time limit. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
Yes.
it's
yeah,
an
that one.
it's an
Oh,
extension to Google Forms. And basically, once the time limit's over, you can no longer access that Google Forms. So if you haven't submitted yet, they're gonna have to ask her to reopen it for you so that you can actually submit. It's like if that happens, if you're late, it's basically you have no submission. Yeah, I think it was called Quilgo, right?
yeah, that's called
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quilgo.
Sige,
Yeah,
let's
you're
suggest
saying
it to
Miggy.
Northfield again.
No, 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 no.
I,
It's
Oh
fine. It's
no,
fine.
no.
Yeah, no, no,
Oh
no,
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 there's
no.
no, no.
no perfect
Okay.
Thanks for
like
giving me ideas.
it's impossible to make a perfect security system because even if it can track every single like action on your computer, just open your phone. That's what
Very
I
No,
did.
true.
there
Like
was this
what?
thing.
What?
I'm not
No,
sure if
but
it's also
our program in UST, besides what do you call this? Turning off all other programs. It even turns on your webcam.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
what I was gonna
So
say.
while you take the test, there's a proctor watching you.
So you
If
leave
I
you're
sticky
I
notes
think the
on your screen.
program,
It's an arms race. There's no end.
but some tests, I think especially the thesis defense or the defenses in other colleges in UST, they would require you to have three webcams or like three calls to monitor you
Yeah.
from whatever you have on
The
your
thing is,
table.
Yeah.
like,
Sometimes they even
go
ask to
ahead.
like pan the webcam 360.
Sobra naman
I
yan.
remember
Kung may kaya, kagaya mo,
No,
di
I
ba? Have
actually heard
I
of
think
that. Like I
for
heard of that. I heard it
like
somewhere. Na like if you they're like doctors. Like I heard this in the United States. Like people who want to be in the online who are taking like the doctor exam. For those who want to be doctors and lawyers, what they had to do was open their webcam and then show a 360 view of what's happening,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
do their
that's what I
test
was
to
referring to.
prove that there's no one there. You're not cheating.
Because if your future doctor cheats on the test, you're dead.
You're dead. That's the best way to put it. You have to quote Matthew Price for that. If the doctor cheats on you, he's dead.
You're dead.
The simplest way.
How about you, Jello? What are your thoughts after this exchange? Ako na yung nag-host this time.
Wait, my dog is barking. So, wait, the question? This is
No,
the
no, I
first question?
mean,
Bring
no,
it back.
not like what are your thoughts after everything that's been said?
Oh, everything. There are a lot of makukulit na estudyante dito sa NF. There, yeah. So I think everyone does that pala. I'm like, I thought it's only me. I just kidding. I'm not doing that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that.
No, how about
Whoa.
your
Nako,
experience,
sir,
Jello?
you oh.
Your experience.
Um, well, since you're looking at the screen for the whole day, it's kind of boring, You're just sitting down there, listening. That's why what Miggy said, he gets tempted to play games. But I don't do that. I don't do that. But I understand where they're coming from. But I don't do that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's
You don't do
a
that?
test of discipline, diba? Self-discipline. I
Yeah.
how are you
mean,
doing
at
that?
least for me,
Virtue of
what
February.
helped me, I guess, was my desk here. I have a window here, so if I have to rest my eyes, I probably
Wow.
heard of this 20-20-20 rule that every 20 minutes you rest your eyes for 20 seconds, look far away. So that kind of thing. And of course, even if sabihin ng teacher, at least for my case, 3 hours, that's humanly impossible. So I mean, we get distracted, especially now. Our attention span is probably down to 20 minutes or even less. That's why there's this Pomodoro technique or whatever that is. So you have to adjust to your own circumstances and see. I mean, that's why the next question, diba? What I wanted I think the objective of the next question is to find out what are your uh, strategies for online learning, even if again there's this bias for face to face. How were you able to maximize? But yeah, before there, uh, I don't know if you want to add anything pa on what's been said, on what's been done. Yeah.
Mm.
How about Inigo?
Inigo.
Inigo the slideshow.
Hello, Inigo. Are you okay?
You still there, Inigo?
Anyway,
Can you hear us?
it's
Hello,
okay.
Inigo.
If he's still lagging, maybe the others have
Okay.
anything else to say or
So maybe while waiting for Inigo, Jello, you want to check some comments?
Me?
yes you.
Oh wait, I don't know how to check
Yes,
comments.
you.
How do you do that?
No, he's on the tablet eh. Baka hindi niya makita.
Yeah, I'm.
See.
Maybe you
But-
want to read out while Mickey is showing them.
Oh sure. I can read them out, sir. All right, we have your Turtle Pro with the creeper icon. Lucas is 1v1ing Miggy in Valorant right now. No cap.
That is cap.
Who's
That
Lucas?
is cap.
Lucas Samson? Okay. Based on his smile, he's winning. What?
No,
Is that
yeah.
true?
No, I'm not paying. I'm not paying.
Not yet.
Sure ka?
Not yet, not yet.
Paano mo yung kamo? 360 degrees.
Cameras. Here, see,
Tapos,
nothing's happening. Nothing's happening.
si
See?
ChatGPT pala may kasalanan, kaya nag-cheat yung doctor at namatay yung mga pasyente.
Wala.
What else?
Hello, Inigo Tobias. From
Shout
is
out
this the
to
dad or the mom?
his uncle. His uncle.
Uncle. Okay. Hello, uncle. Hello, Potito. I think he's lagging right now. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I think he's disconnecting.
But
Anyway,
that's it.
I think there are other shout outs or comments that you might want to check.
There were shoutouts to
Let's
Sir
see.
Stan. Hold on.
Wait,
Where were
I,
they?
I
Oh,
want to
hello.
pin one comment. I want to pin one.
Yeah? Go, Bobby. Sumasagot ako ha, Rafi.
Yeah. Again, I said
From Reese.
generally speaking, you guys were more on the unresponsive side. I was reciting way more often. Yes,
I
Reese,
mean,
I know
who
you're
actually recited it?
trying.
Yeah. Also, Sir
Who
Lou
actually
said,
gets
Inigo is
recited?
lost in space.
I think
Yeah.
he's just lost entirely. Not just in space.
I
The
think there's a
bathroom.
question here from Turtle Bro. How many todos do you guys have left? To do, sorry. To
To
do's.
do's.
Sorry.
Todos.
I'm speaking of
Todos.
Spanish. Anyway, to do's.
I have none. I have none.
Wow.
I have
Cap.
0 kasi they're all missing.
Alam mo, feeling ko yung magiging highlights ng clip na to. Panay kay Manny Price. Magagal.
Tunay zero.
Matthew, can you tell David to sit properly?
I
Anyway,
You just
I
sit
think
like
you
that,
can
don't
now
worry about
proceed to the next part of the discussion, guys. So, yeah, take it away,
Yeah, so
Matthew.
all right. Kanina pa excited si Sir Kiko dito sa second question natin. So
Kanina pa talaga.
yeah, so let's ask it now. Okay, so we heard that classes next year may have more on-site classes than online. Even if face-to-face learning has been proven more effective, how can we possibly maximize our learning experience still with 1 or 2 days at home? So yan, ang haba-haba, we cut it to a bit for the banner. What about you guys? Maybe we can start this time
Wow.
with Javi.
All
Mamaya Sir
right.
Kiko.
Hi guys. So, well, I honestly think online classes are really the best option in terms of communication and understanding between like the teachers and all the students. But since it's 1 to 2 days, I don't think we should use it too much because online classes use a lot of screen time. And honestly, in my opinion, they hurt my eyes. So I believe it should just be used for, consultation, lang, homework, or tasks. And then the rest are just GIS. But if you're trying to maximize the productivity within yourself, there are a lot of like videos out there. One of them, well, if your eyes feel tired, such as the thing Kuya Kiko said, the 20-20-20 rule. If you want to rest your eyes, just take a break from like all your tasks. You can look, I think, 20 feet away for 20 seconds. I'm not sure. But another thing to
Kaya mo yan.
maximize
Kaya mo yan.
productivity is to get rid of things that distract you. So if you have a phone that distracts you, if you look at Instagram too much, then I think it's best to put it under a drawer, or under your
Are you
desk.
speaking from personal experience?
No, no. This is from videos I watched. So
From Instagram. Okay, got it.
but yeah, that's all for me.
Sige, tinginan na. How about the
Oh,
others?
wait. How about Miguel Lopez? I heard League of Legends is about strategy. So baka yaman you have a strategy for online learning, you know?
Okay.
How do you
For,
maximize
for
it?
the record, Jello,
The connection.
I quit League of Legends. But that doesn't mean I listen to lectures. No, I use the time for lectures to do my yesterday's missings, and I do use the time after to play League of to CS:GO. But yeah, I think it's if you're a person that has a hard time like paying attention to lectures or you don't like doing lectures for long because it hurts your eyes or whatever, especially online, you can listen to it like a podcast. and then do your homework during that time. Sorry, Lucas's face. Uh, yeah, I do my homework during that time, so I tend to have a lot of free time to do whatever I want. And that's all.
Nice strat, nice strat. Okay. How about Kobe? Yeah, Kobe, Kobe.
Wala akong strategy. Just kidding. Um, for me, well, kasi at least last school year, my classmates like barely paid attention to class. So they asked me to record the lectures so that they could just watch it after for review. Kasi my like before I didn't have OBS last year. So I was using the built-in recorder of like your computer like in Windows. And then the thing is, if you tab out, like, sorry, if you switch to a different window, the video will end. So it actually helped me focus more because I couldn't switch tabs or something, or else my classmates would like, or else the video would cut, or my classmates would see whatever else I'm doing in the recording. So I guess that's one. Um,
Genius.
but the thing is, like this year, I got too lazy to record, and I basically told them, makinig na lang kayo sa class. Like,
Wow.
why are you relying on the recordings, di ba?
Kaya pala progress party.
like I mean, it's technically right, you know. You should listen to class, like to the actual teacher, discussing live in the meet rather than rely on the recording afterwards. I
Tama yan,
mean,
Miggy, di ba?
it's not like I'm saying this as an excuse that I'm too lazy to record as well, but
In
yeah,
the end,
that's
though,
it for me.
it was a win-win. First, you got to prevent yourself from switching tabs, and your classmates got to listen to the lectures.
Dude, that
Yun
was
ang
me too actually
strategies.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kobe,
that was
opera
me
GX
before also. I would.
doon.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, sorry.
I heard
Ravi
my
first,
name,
Ravi
but
first.
I don't know. I don't know
Ravi
who
first.
said what. I don't know what you guys said. What was that?
Yeah, so yeah, I was saying that's me also before. I was the guy that other people would ask, "Hey, can you record the meeting? I won't be there." Things like that, so they can watch it after. And yeah, I encountered that same problem wherein if you switch tab, the entire meet will, like everyone's cameras, the presentations, it will just all turn off. Like, you can still hear the audio, but like you don't see anything in the meet. So yeah, that's one way. Yeah, that's one way you could try preventing yourself from switching tabs.
For our class, it was Ponsper who was recording the Google Meets, pero like Kobe, he also
Isn't there
got tired
one
of it
guy
at one
for
point.
each
Why are you
class?
name dropping everyone?
Is there
Pinag-usapan na yung
one guy for each?
taga-record.
End of
He
the
was at
school year
he's
naman
our
eh.
hero.
End of the school year
Grabe.
naman eh.
He's
So
a hero.
I love you, Kita Balagtas,
Okay.
for doing the same thing.
Yeah, so
Habi, how
Miggy,
about
you were
your
saying
class, Habi?
kanina.
Who was the person recording for your class?
Honestly, I
It's
I don't
Abby.
really remember there being a person.
You thought
He
wrong.
wasn't
Joke.
added to the group chat.
Oh, yeah, but I believe,
No worry, there's such a thing as JOMO, the joy of missing out.
yeah, but
But that's not
I would
valid.
like
Joke
to
lang.
Wow.
believe that all my classmates are very good listeners and listen to the class. Shout out to
Ayan
all my
o, may
classmates.
nagsabi na. Wrong, it
Oh
was me.
wow, Havi, very good listeners. I believe these are your classmates commenting right now.
Oh my
Ayan
gosh,
o, wrong, it was me. So,
I thought
sino
wrong.
yan?
You
This one
guys.
in the background.
grabe,
You're really
grabe
good with
nilaglag
not
lahat.
added to the group
Oh
chat.
my
Actually
gosh.
name
I'm,
drop
I
I'm
didn't have to
sorry,
name
everyone.
drop. I didn't have to name
I
drop.
think I think we have to rename this episode to Laglagan Session.
You weren't given the role, have you? Let me see, like the channel with all like the with all the
No, because Javi didn't need it. He just needed to listen. O, di ba?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Lol.
Versus yung mga nag-LOL. So, ano pa?
Alright. I guess we can move on to the next person.
He didn't say no. It's a yes. He didn't
What?
say
Whoa,
no.
whoa.
I
No,
love you,
no, no,
Kevin
no.
Lee.
So,
So, ano, Jello?
how about
Oh, the
Laku
comments
Laku?
are.
Sir Saku
Some
Laku, my classmate. It's my classmate.
yeah. So some strategies. I guess bring back the consultation. To be honest, I think students would listen more on face to face classes rather than online. So I think it would be easier if it's consultation on those days. Sorry, that's my sister screaming. Um, uh, so we should. I think we should just use. Uh, I think we should just know how to prioritize. Like uh, at home, like you know, well, ultimately it will depend on the school, but hopefully they bring back the consultation days on usually on Mondays and Fridays. I hope they bring it back so there's no classes. Technically, no classes on Monday and Friday.
Bakit parang
So
iba yung intention mo?
no,
Hindi.
it's like
Pang
like
catch up ba talaga o pang Valorant?
none there. You also need to rest from
Yeah,
you get
rest
like
lang, rest lang.
2 days in a week is not enough. You need you need more. I mean, for me, I need more than a Saturday and a Sunday to
Words of
relax. So
someone who doesn't live in
but I'm
Fusina.
not saying that I'm not gonna
Honestly.
use those Mondays and Fridays for vacation and all that. Of course I'm gonna consult with my teachers. Yes, as some people said earlier. I'm a good boy. As Jello said, I'm a good boy too. I'm a good boy. I'm a
Sige,
good
let's
boy.
see how the Progress Party operates next year.
Let's see. Yeah, 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 yeah. But some tips, I guess, is like use your time well. Like even though like you only have 2 days, those 2 days could do a lot for you. Like if you have a lot of requirements, and there's 2 days where it's online, you can do those to do's at home, and you won't be distracted by like your class, like some classmates are like bugging you, like I know that in face to face, like if you're doing a PT or a essay or an FA, it tends to get noisy. Like I see it in Sir Bokaya's classes, like sa SAs, or whenever he would have a SA, I noticed that it's always magulo. So when you're at home, you're by yourself, you could do things easier and all that. So I guess my tip lang is to just prioritize and make sure that each task is done. Uh, yeah, there. That's me. That's
Actually,
my
I'll
answer.
just add on to that. Speaking of Sir Bukaya's essays online, like and prioritizing, because during during Sir Bukaya's essays, like he allows people to ask questions, and most of the time even allows them to let him check their work before they submit. So it gets very loud and chaotic in the Google Meet. So I always like mute the site during an essay, because I'm pretty sure like my classmates can't focus during the period because of everyone asking questions, and then when they actually answer the essay, they won't be able to ask questions anymore because their Bukayo is already busy with another class or offline. And I think it was it was also mentioned by Sir Ludin, I think in the chat, that uh I do it too. I sometimes uh I sometimes become my class those classmates I was talking about and consult the teacher around 9 p.m., 10 p.m. I'm sorry, sirs. Yeah, that's it.
The raising hand noise goes hard. Our class used that for clapping.
Oh yeah. Whenever like
Yeah.
there would be a presentation that's done, like I remember this one time we were in class. I think it was religion class. Tapos Sir Sagabayan said, "Oh, okay, time to show your group work." So we would show the group work. Then all of a sudden, when it was done, Pons just raised his hands multiple times. Then Sir Sagabayan was like, "Pons, why are you raising your hand?" Tapos Pons was like, Sir, I'm just clapping. So yeah, that also it really goes hard, like the sound. I that's like it like
Well,
it's sometimes
Wait,
when
wait.
the
stuck in my head.
when the reactions were added to Google Meet, you can just imagine how the elementary took advantage of it.
At least it
Me-
wouldn't
me-
have
Against
meron
the
din
the
yung mga
it
ano
wouldn't
eh.
have the Discord soundboard. The
yeah, yeah.
Discord
I
soundboard
mean,
state.
just
Don't get me
kulang na
started on
lang
this, good someone. I think
mamatay
my
yung
ears
laptop ko
are
sa lahat ng
Because we
permanently.
have classes
reactions.
on
Meron din
Discord.
yung mga ano eh, the ones that say that they're stretching, the one that raise their hands on Google Meet, and they're like, okay, so they get called out by the teacher. What's your question? And then they say, oh no, sir, I wasn't raising my hand. I was just stretching. What? Like,
Yeah, my classmates did
that is
that.
We should
That's
have
so
classes. We should have
funny.
classes on Discord. I feel like it will be because I mean, who doesn't have Discord? But at the same time, like a lot of distractions.
Mamaya
Like
kasi you make a site there for your class. And then when the teacher looks at the list of students, lahat doon nakalagay, place Valorant, place ganyan, place ganito, place
oh yeah,
classes.
Sir
Parang,
Lansang did that. Like what happened was another story. We were in like what we call it? We were in English class, and then after that, as some people said, all our cams were off and our mics were off, and then only when sir would say, "Do you understand class?" Then they will say, "Yes, sir." That's always the thing that's always said in class. Yes, sir. So he would never hear anything from us except yes, sir. And
Yeah.
then after that, Sir Lansang said in the next period, "Oh, nakikinig ba kayo sa English? Kasi I see you guys on Discord. Parang sa bio nyo. Playing Valorant for 48 minutes or playing League of Legends for an hour." So, some of the teachers that have Discord could like see you like, "Oh, are you really listening? Because I see that you're playing a game." So,
but kasi at this point, you can't really tell which is real and which is fake.
yeah,
Like,
because sometimes
Matthew,
people
but
put
the
on their
Amado brothers
Yeah, they
specifically.
put under. I got confused once kasi Matthew
Yeah.
Amado put playing Valorant, but then when I checked the bio, it was fake. So
And you check kasi, playing Valorant, and it says 48 hours. Like,
That reminds me of Sir Stan. He wanted to see how many people were just listening for the does everybody understand? So he just said it out of nowhere, like without any previous context, and a lot of people just said yes, sir. Huli.
God. And then he
Content
asks
for
why.
Then,
He asks, what did you understand? Hala. Loser says, do you understand? Loser says, yes, sir.
I mean, those are those moments wherein the silence is too loud in class. Like those moments wherein someone's about to get scolded by the teacher.
oh, nag-off topic na. Sino pa yung hindi niyo pa natanungan ng strategies nila?
Is Inigo still alive?
no,
No, no.
he's dead. He died.
no, no.
Can we put in the
He's
chat?
dead.
Can we all the people here? Can we put in the chat "Rip Inigo"? All the people in the
No,
chat.
no.
Hey guys,
No, I mean,
can we get progress in the
who-
chat, guys?
Who else hasn't shared their
No.
strategies? I think Rafi or
Yun,
sino pa ba? Sino pa?
I forgot.
Wait, did Miggy answer already? He answered first, right? Or
Yeah. I think most of you are done. Si Rafi ang hindi ko pa naalala.
how about si Jello?
Also Jello. Save the best for last. yeah, si Rafi. At nawala. Okay, si Jello na lang.
Sorry.
Wait, so there's a blender in the background. Is it heard?
No.
No,
It's not
Okay,
fair.
Don't worry.
You're good.
My
You're good.
strat for online class. Well, what like Miggy, I'm gonna be completely honest since it's the last day of school. What like Miggy said, I didn't really listen. No, I mean I did listen, but like it gets boring sometimes. So maybe I fall asleep or I tend to go to YouTube or something. But my strat to survive the school year is probably my classmates. I just remember my classmates. No, that's you, Matthew and Lucas. Just remember, we're doing this as a class. I'm not alone. I'm not the only one suffering here. So I'll do it for them na lang. Yeah, that's the strat.
A year
So,
of suffering.
We suffer as one Northfield.
Uh,
Caught in
and
seven.
yeah, that's the strat. I just I just remember that I'm a Northfield student, and I will do this with integrity, and I will be relentless in all the obstacles that come into my life because I am a Northfield student.
Let's
That's the
go,
good boy
Jello
talaga.
Estrella,
Thank you,
everybody.
thank
That's
you, thank
Jello
you.
Estrella.
I'll run for
My
president na challenge. That's it, that's it,
my
that's
my
it.
integrity pala sa HOP.
Jello.
Yeah.
The realest Northfield student of them all. One of
How
the
about
Northfield
Rafi
students of all
de la
time.
Cruz?
I don't think I have a specific or any insightful tactic though. It's just studying for the most part. Though I would say na it helps to be the guy who would ask others if they need help. Because that way you kind of you really need to know the topic if you're offering help. At least that's how I or that was my mentality for the first few like the first year of on-site talaga. Like I don't know if Miggy remembers this, but like ICT 9 I remember helping like so many people. I'm not gonna name drop, but yeah, I remember like helping so much people to understand like the Google Sheets functions and all that math also. So I guess yeah, just whatever it takes to motivate yourself. Maybe I don't know. Recently, like if you plan game nights with your classmates, like late after classes, those really help. Just anything to make it so that it's not dead in the classroom. Yeah.
Sorry, I'd just like to add, like, to the helping of classmates. I mean, I also did that. I mean, not just in like the recording thing, but like, sometimes because they'd ask questions like during the essay, during the essay, or like while reviewing for the essay, they'd ask questions regarding the topic. So I mean, at first I was like, oh, nice. People like I'm the go-to guy. Like they're asking me the questions. Wow. But then it got to a point wherein
Nasawa.
they rely too much. Like there are some things that were mentioned so many times already, and then they ask you, like, uh, like for example, sir said, "Oh, we're gonna have our SA on Tuesday. We're gonna have our SA on Tuesday. We're gonna have our SA on Tuesday," and then they message you on Discord. When's our SA? Like, I mean, I get that
You're not
some
alone.
people some people need help with understanding the lesson and like also the announcements, but at the
That's
same time make an
that's the
effort
importance of
to
scene
listen.
zone.
I also felt that too. Like one time, I helped my classmates out with like a essay. Oh Lucas, how do you do this? How do you do this? This is obviously for review, not for the essay questions. They would ask, oh Lucas, we would discuss the FA, but the FA, we didn't check it, so like it was all blank. So like Lucas, how do you do this? How do you do this? And I would teach him and I was thought in my mind, this is fun, huh? Like being the reliable guy. But then all of a
Wow.
sudden, it started to go like talaga I have to what you said, Kobe, not really have to rely on me. But then yeah, then eventually I wasn't the person. It was eventually I think so many I'm not gonna name drop any of people from my class, but I know there were some people who became the more reliable
I,
people.
I'm sorry, I just had to mention, literally as I said it, someone just messaged me. Someone literally just messaged me. They're asking for help regarding something that our teacher mentioned so many times.
About the
Literally just
tutoring,
now.
That's a fact
about,
of life.
about the tutoring as well. Funny story. Like so for grade nine, even like I wasn't here at home. Like I was homeschooled as I've like previously mentioned, diba? But then like even then like a classmate who I'm not sure I should name drop, so I'll just keep him anonymous.
Do it.
He like reached out like uh to me with help with his ICT homework. Kasi for grade 9, our class did Krita. It's like a drawing app, which
Oh.
coincidentally was also like the drawing that app that I used for my drawing. So like while I was helping him like figure it out, I actually like learned a couple things that they were teaching. Like now I know about transparency masks and I use that in my art.
I never
So
understood a thing in Krita
teaching, yeah, teaching is also a good way to learn yourself. So yun lang.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, sir. I'm
Uh,
sorry, Sir Lou. I never understood anything in Krita. Like, but
Honestly,
I did understand the what was the other one called? The one where you, like, you could make a floor plan and all that. Kobe, you're doing it now.
SketchUp,
A
SketchUp.
SketchUp, yeah, I understood SketchUp, but I didn't understand Krita.
Yeah, but I'd like to add to what Matt said. I really think teaching also allows you to learn more because when you make an effort to describe it well to the students, you kind of describe it well to yourself as well. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's like you're
exactly.
testing if you really understood the topic. So let's ask Inigo if he actually understood the second question.
Yes, hi Inigo. Hi.
We were talking about strategies that you applied in online learning and what are the effective ones. So, care to share? Yeah, everyone's happy after your resurrection. Kasi Easter.
Yay.
Anyways, sorry for zoning out, guys. Anyway, I guess tips. Don't be the guy that they look for. You're gonna be spammed. You're gonna be hunted. You're basically going to be assassinated. They're not gonna stop asking you. And then, like, there was one point. I'm not sure if you guys remember this. Um, I forgot who our social studies teacher was for grade 6. I think it was Sir Militante. Yeah, he would give us like a long So I wanted to help my classmates. So I made like these presentations on Google Slides. Like sent it to
Yeah.
them. I was like, I felt like it took me more than like a day to make them because I didn't really know how to edit yet. I was on iPad that one at during grade 6. It took me like the
Yeah.
entire day to make reviewers for them, only to find out that like only 2 people opened the file. Well, I guess for me, uh, what's a tip? Uh, look, yeah, just please continue to do this and don't get distracted.
Yeah, I guess to-dos is your modern day student diary, but hopefully it comes back very soon. Or assignment notebook. Just buy a notebook and then write down everything you have to do.
Yeah, I'd like to add to that because, well, first of all, apologies if Inigo's lagging, but that just further shows that we are really live today,
Ang galing naman ito.
as what Sir Cassie
I,
said.
I I was gonna relate to the thing of like taking note. Like most of the time I don't. Like I feel too lazy to
Ako.
take note of the things that I have to do. But then when it gets to a point where it's like people are telling me to do things um like for example SEB, there's something assigned to me. So biglang merong ACADS na new homework that will be posted. So biglang oh there's more work here, more work there. I decide to like take note on my phone or like on the notes app. I use the notes app, and then
Mm.
I have like a note there that says to do, and then I write down everything I need to do, and then I just erase the task that I'm already finished. Yeah, I do it mostly during Hell Week. Like I did it this week, and when I started, like whenever you start it, like at the start of the week, when you start your to do list, it's gonna seem super pressuring and overwhelming when you see the amount of tasks and requirements that you have to do. But uh, I mean, my tip for that is to look at things individually and not as a whole. Like when you look at each task one by one, you can understand it more and be able to manage it better than looking at it as a big thing and making it seem too overwhelming for you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just to add, because I think the idea of note taking should be taking down whatever's not in the materials your teacher's given you. So if it's in the book, then why waste time writing down it again? I mean, maybe in one way it can help because it passes through from your eyes to your hands and you somehow personalize your learning. But if it also saves time that you're just reading from the material they have already given you, and many times you have handouts or the book itself can be very helpful. It also shows when the book is quite useless if everything that your teacher's gonna say is practically ayun pala outdated na yung nasa book pero yun lang yung binili nyo. Um, but it's entirely different when you get to college because at least for my course, most of the time we didn't have a book. So it's very important to take notes. That's why you have to somehow acquire already that habit of note taking while you're still here in high school. Because when you get to college, paunahan kayo sa notes. So dapat you really win, the friendships and you help in taking down notes. Kasi of course, we're human. We don't get to write down everything. Even if magaling ka sa transcribing. Ako nahuhuli ako when I take down notes also. So at least for online class, what helps is the recording, not to watch the 3 hour lecture at your own time because who has time for 3 hour lectures to watch on their own? Uh, I'd rather watch something on Netflix compared to a 3 hour lecture. I mean, I'll just use it if I miss something when I took down notes. So, but if I'm gonna talk about my own strategies alongside looking outside my window, resetting my eyes, is also standing up from time to time because you have to stand up. Like now, my neck is killing me. I don't know why. You have to take a break. I mean, at times, and I'll admit this because again, not all the classes I had in the university were on cam. I lied down from time to time just to rest quite a bit, maybe about 5 minutes or so. Or sasabihin ko CR break kasi forced you on cam. Pero I turned it off just to lie down for a bit. Because again, we're human, so we have to think of ways really to rest. And even sometimes when I would excuse myself from online class, I would go outside my room and talk to some of the people in my house. So that would mean my mom or my sibling just to sasabihin ko, ay, hindi naman important yung lecture na yun. I mean, it's someone's recording it anyway or I already took down the important things. Because, again, human interaction is very important. So, give yourself a break from time to time rather than spending 8 hours consistently looking at the screen. So, yeah.
Sorry, laglag. Last na. Laglag ko na sarili ko. So, regarding the lying down thing, I've had a few experiences with that. So, over the pandemic, like one time, it was like Latin class after lunch, and then it was the class started at 1. It was like 12:50. I was like, oh, I still have 10 minutes. I'm gonna lie down for a little bit. I lied down. Turns out I fell asleep. I woke up after the class ended, and I messaged Sir Yu immediately. I was like, "I'm so sorry, sir. I missed your class. What happened?" Thankfully, I didn't miss a lot, but I didn't know that was the last of it. That wasn't the last of it. It happened again. Like one time during break,
Hugiing
I was like,
moment.
"Oh, I was like, oh, I have 20 minutes to lie down."
Actually, I had a similar experience, just to name a few, as a teacher. So I took lunch, and then I ended up napping. And then after 20 minutes, hala, it's the advisory of grade 2. So I had to rush to my laptop. Anyway, at least, yeah.
But then, okay, so last one. to relate to relate to what Sir Kiko said of lying down during class, I kind of did that when we were watching a movie. But then the movie was actually related to our topic. So, uh, I lied down. I joined the meet on my phone so that I could hold it while I was like on bed, and then
Nag-on cam ka?
no, no, no.
Okay.
Thankfully, no. Sometimes it does happen from time to time, and I get so scared. But thankfully, no one notices. Like thankfully. But during that one class specifically, I accidentally fell asleep during that period. I woke up late for the next period, and when I woke up, I literally had the wrong schedule open. So I opened the wrong meet, and I thought I was early for the next class.
That reminds me, there's this one time I fell asleep like 3 o'clock. I woke up at 7 or 8. I looked at the time. I see 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Like, okay, time for breakfast. And then I was like, why is advisory meet not open? Then I stepped outside for the first time that day. Oh, it's not day anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was so funny. Like, wow, it's not day anymore.
Anyway,
Yeah, so
well,
like the first week during break, like the first day of break, I was like, "Am I sure there's no classes today?" Like I checked all the meets just to be sure. Like, oh, there's no classes today. And then go back to sleep.
yeah. Well, kind of funny earlier because after the convocation, then it's explaining to grade two. Okay, guys, enjoy your break now. There's no classes, sir. No, it's your last day yesterday. Then yay! And then the other one, was, no. Let us rest too. Thank you. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll turn it over to the hosts.
Oh, but we
All
have
right.
graduation practice next week.
Oh, serious?
All right. Let's stretch a little, Yeah. I mean, look at us. Anyway, so speaking of moving forward, our episode today is about moving forward. Rafi, why don't we move forward to our next segment? It's called 2 cents.
Alright, inauman ako. So again, so for our next segment, let's move on to our 2 cents. So, cue it. Alright, so a lot of things were mentioned today, some insightful, some magulo, but like, what were your main takeaways to start with the day, Matthew?
We're like every class is more alike than I thought in habits with regards to
Actually,
online learning. It's like collective Northfield is a hive mind. We,
yeah, dude, like when we were talking
seriously,
about how there's always one guy in the class, at least one guy in the class who records, or there's that one guy that a lot of people will spam or, whatever, go to whenever they need help in something. Yeah, one nerd field talaga. Yeah, what do
something
you
stayed
think,
the same.
Jello?
Um, well, on-site classes is a lot better. That's my key takeaway. And
Yeah, dude.
there are a lot of loko-loko dito sa NF more than I thought. Sure. Anyway, and yeah, that's it. Thank you. Back to you, Rafi.
Yeah, so I just wanted to read this comment by Sir Lou. Jello energy spikes sayang sa class na rin.
What? I, your sponsor. I'm the one that says yes, sir. Yeah.
Ayan na naman yung yes sir was mentioned a while ago. That is all you hear in class. But yeah, so I just like what Jello said there, no, na on-site is really better and Sir Lou talaga. Yeah, so on-site is really better and uh as I guess as I we're all really looking forward to next year because we'll have more on-site days in Northfield, Sun Valley. Anything else to add, Matthew? Maybe.
Um, well, just like for the people who like to hear this for the first time, I don't think I'll be here for next year's Northfield Bretta. My brother will be like David over there. Oh, he's no longer here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'll still
We've been
be
here too long. He left na.
still be watching Northfield. Uh, just like waiting to see what happens with it. Still rooting for Northfield.
Dang. I did not know you're leaving, so we'll miss you, Matthew. Yeah, I'm sure Jello here will miss you more as a classmate. So what do you have to say, Jello?
Well, I'm also leaving. I think I won't be here also for the next school year. So
Yes, you're
uh,
leaving. Yun naman.
Wait, not it's not final yet, but maybe. And but yeah, it's been I've been in Northfield for 10 years. Imagine that. Uh, wala. Thank you for all the memories. That's it.
Alright, so it seems a lot of things really will be changing next year. More on-site days, new SED. A lot of people are unfortunately leaving, but we look forward to next year, and I think that's all we have to say. Maybe since this is our last episode, can we call back everyone? Maybe you want to give some shout outs to our audience one last time. Hey guys, hello again.
Wala,
Hi
wala.
guys.
Tinginan na lang daw. Tinginan.
All right. Who to start with?
Who wants to shout out?
Hmm. I
Jello
guess I
daw,
can
shout
go
out.
first.
Jello.
Wait,
Let's
what's
go,
a
Jello.
shout out, sir? What do you do there?
You wanna, I don't know, give a shout out to someone you, I don't
Special
know.
remarks.
Yeah, someone you want
Um,
to acknowledge on
Don't
stream.
don't don't make him first so that he can figure it out.
No. It's better if we put him on the spot for this.
wait, I will shout out to my classmates, Matthew Price, Lucas Lamzon. Wait, why am I in the center? Matthew Price, Lucas Lamzon, my very close friends from grade one, Matt Pons, know, all my classmates in grade 10. Yeah, shout out to all the FortiKast members here right now. Whoa, is that a shout out or I'm just acknowledging your presence? But anyway, shout out to them too. And
It goes both ways,
shout
but
out to
okay.
all the teachers that have been with me for the past years in Northfield. And yeah, thank you, Northfield. Oy, sabi dito Aki Tatad. Shout out to you, Aki Tatad.
I'm gonna follow up on Jello here and say shout out to shuttle service number 4. You know, all of 90% of them are jealous friends from grade 1 pa, and then Jaime Abadilla.
And then you're also there.
Yeah. Okay, who else wants to shout out? I think Javi.
All right. So first of all, shout out to my family, my siblings, my brothers and sisters. Shout out to everybody watching in FortiCast. I believe it's Jose, Paco, Dale, Sir Lou, and Leon. I guess Leon has a few more shout outs over here. Shout out to the whole FortiCast team. Shout out to you too. So
Thank you,
thank you
Leon.
everybody for whoever's watching FortiCast here. Appreciate the support.
Sir Kiko should go next.
Me?
Oh! He said split!
I'll pass Kobe. Anyway, how about you, Kobe? You have shout outs ba?
Shout out to SEB. I saw Reese there earlier in the comments. I don't know if he's still there. Shout out to Rafi De La Cruz. Yeah, that guy's also SEB. Inigo Tavias. Yeah, that guy's also SEB. Uh, to shout out PMT as well. Almost everyone here is PMT, I think. Yeah. Shout out to PMT. Shout out to FortiCast. Um, to Northfield and to the progress party. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, okay, yeah, I did it. I just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the progress party, and of course, shout out to my family. I know they're not watching, but shout out to my family. Yeah, that's all.
I guess shout out to grade 2. I'm going to miss grade 2. Anyway, how about Rafi or Matthew? Lucas.
Matthew, you go first. You go first.
All right, I just want to give a shout out to Luke Cornell, my man.
May echo karaoke.
I want to give a shout out to Luke Cornell. That's my bro. That's my homie. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. How about you, Rafi?
Of course, I would like to give a shout out to my family and to my grade 11 brothers, League of Kingfishers. Let's go, guys. Audete Prese, always. Shout out to all teachers, Sir Kiko, Sir Ehensha, all of you guys. And yeah, Miggy, are you sure you're not missing any shout outs?
No, 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 I'm not.
Are you
Uh,
sure about that?
yes, I'm.
Wait, can I one more shout out?
Sige, go lang.
Can I one more shout out?
Yep.
Shout out to our viewers here on our last episode of FortiKast.
Sige, basahin mo lahat.
Love
Roland.
you. Ay, sige.
Go lang, go lang.
No, I'm
Top
kidding,
one,
I'm kidding,
top one.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Yeah, I think that's it, no? So, anything more?
Wow.
Ayun pala,
Yeah.
Reese is here.
Miggy,
Oh, let's
Miggy, Miggy.
go.
Me,
Yeah, Miggy.
shout out to Sir Yasai for bringing together me, Kobe, Lucas,
And Javi.
and Javi at the start, at the very beginning, as just us. And
Yeah.
more than 4 people.
We're still here, guys. Kaya pa.
We're still here.
Guys.
I guess I will go next. The last. Shout out to my family. They're here. I'm in the ground floor. Usually my setup's usually in the second floor, but I for a change
Okay,
since
for
the last
explaining.
episode. Yeah. Anyways, to my friends, to Cisco, I told him to watch. So thank you for joining, even though you're outside right now. To my siblings, to all the teachers, and to all the students, and for all the viewers, and for the FortiKast team, you guys are really wonderful, and thank you for all the wonderful things that we've had, and we should meet up again soon. And game night, guys, game night. Yes.
Sorry,
um,
sorry. Sige, go muna.
and yeah, I hope and to all my classmates. I know most of you guys are leaving, but I hope you guys have a fun wherever you guys go. Just remember that your Northfield guys are still there. We'll be there for you guys when you need us. Yan lang.
I just have some additional kasi I got message papatayin ako ng mga tao if I don't shout them out daw. So, shout out to Zeke Consulta for asking the question and to Jose Benitez as well for also asking a question. But I'm pretty sure the one who said so was a joke. And who else messaged me? Joaquin. Shout out to Joaquin as well.
Shout
All
out
right.
to
You know what?
Diego
Since
Lanza.
nahihiya si Miggy, I'll do it na nga. Miggy, G.
Wait,
I'll do
okay,
it na.
I'll redeem myself. Okay. Shout out to Rose Hill for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to our grade 11 classmates in Oralcom. Thank you, guys.
Oh naman.
Nako, Miggy, shout out daw. May isa ka pa atang shout out, Miggy.
Okay. I think that's it. So,
Okay na. I think that's it na.
so Jello, Rafi.
Alright, sige. You do it or me?
Okay, Matthew Price, gotta.
Oh, yes.
Matthew daw.
Once again, thank you to all of our viewers for watching FortiKast. This has been Matthew Price, Rafi Little Cruz, and Jello Australia.
Yun. And for one last time, wait, can we say it all together? Or is that gonna become laggy and everything? I'll
You
just say,
can
I'll
try.
just say,
You
no,
can
I'll just
try.
say, I'll just say. Oh, we can try. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Virtus
Let's go!
There is strength in virtue.
Strength in virtue.
This has been
This is FortiKast online show, sharing good vibes and bringing together the Northfield community. Thank you so much to all our viewers. Thank you to Northfield, and thank you to Sir Kiko Perez. Because why
Alright,
not?
thank you.
All right. For
Thank
tune
you,
up with
everyone. See you
Fortiviewers.
next time for
See you
Tuna
next
Power
time.
Have a great
Portable.
night. Bye, guys!
Bye, guys.